Dominion Miloland title. To book, call 0757 878 44. So, worry not! Affordable Housing has the answer to this with the African Property Award-winning project Hilltop Residency Kololo, right in the heart of the city at only 325 million. It comes with a ready condominium title, swimming pool, children's play area, clubhouse, breathtaking views of the city, 24-hour lift service. For more information, contact Universal Affordable Housing on 0757 878 443 or 0776 015 352. Visit our website at www.affordablehousing.ug.
Have you ever thought of being a landlord? Owning a property by yourself? Universal Multipurpose Enterprises has got it for you. Always join us on every Tuesday at exactly 3 p.m. on all our social media platforms as we talk about affordable housing Uganda. And then on Friday, we're always tuned on Sanyu FM as we talk more how you can be a landlord at a very affordable price. I'm Winnie, Sales Executive, Universal Affordable Housing, Uganda.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. How are you doing this very beautiful Tuesday? My name is Patience, and it is the 24th of November 2020, and we are back at it again here at Universal Affordable Housing, or Affordable Housing Uganda. Thank you so much for tuning in and for watching here our live stream on Facebook every other Tuesday at 3 p.m. at about this time. Now, last week we were at Nightingale Apartments in Nadia Estates, and like I told you before that, over time, I said would not just be looking at these apartments, would not just be visiting the sites of Universal Multipurpose Enterprises and have you clients come on board, but we would go a mile further to extend it to you, to be able to tell you how to actually acquire real estate, and how to secure your real estate. And one of those is financing. I said to you, would be bringing an expert on our set who would give us lessons about how you can finance your real estate, and today is the day. Now, real estate is, housing deficit in the country is a lot. It's over 2.1 million housing units. And we are trying, Universal Affordable Housing is trying to cut down on this housing deficit. But before you acquire real estate, you want to be able to actually be able to finance the property. So today I am in the company of Mr. Joel Matsiko, Acting Senior Manager of Mortgages Housing Finance Bank. I'll let Joel say a hi and then we'll continue with the conversation. Joel, welcome to the set.
Thank you, Patience. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Joel Matsiko, like you've already mentioned. I'm the Acting Senior Manager in charge of mortgages at Housing Finance Bank, and I'm glad to be here.
Well, I'm glad to have you. You are the first expert I'm having here today. How do you feel about that?
Much appreciated.
Much appreciated. Well, before we get into the conversation, Christmas is nearing, and Universal Affordable Housing is doing all it can to make their Santa come early to you. Now, later in this show, I will be asking a few questions, just 2 questions or 3 questions, and you'll be able to, if you answer correctly, you'll be able to earn yourself a shopping voucher worth 100,000 Ugandan shillings. That money is not easy to come by in these times. But here we are saying, please answer these questions rightly and win yourself a shopping voucher of 100,000 Ugandan shillings. You'll also be able to win other more prizes like t-shirts and like lunch vouchers for 2. If you have a partner there, you will be able to take that person out for lunch. But that comes later in the show. Well, Joel, welcome to the set. Like I said before, we are talking financing. We are talking financing real estate, financing property. Most people have heard about home loan. I want to take a loan for my home. I want to take a loan for this apartment. But we don't know what it means. Would you be kind to explain to us what a mortgage means in terms of real estate and in terms of property?
Thank you, Patience. First of all, I would like to talk about my bank, Housing Finance Bank. Housing Finance Bank is a fully fledged commercial bank supervised by the Bank of Uganda. And we are proud to be the only bank with 100% local ownership. So if you subject to buy Uganda, build Uganda, you're working with a local bank with local ownership. And our purpose as a bank is to enable home ownership and financial independence.
Okay.
So you see, we strive to make sure that people own homes. So in terms of a mortgage, people define a mortgage differently, but in terms of financing, we refer to a mortgage that as a loan that a customer obtains from a bank, either to purchase a property or to renovate a property or to construct a property in exchange of the title that he gives to the bank. So when we talk of a mortgage, it's the financing you obtain from the bank in exchange for your title. Most people refer to the loan itself as a mortgage, but the encumbrance we also register on the title is referred to as a mortgage. But in terms of financing, a mortgage is a loan that you obtain from a bank for the purpose I've already mentioned.
Okay.
Yes.
So a mortgage is a loan that you obtain from a bank in exchange for your title or for your property that
for
you...
completion of the house, for purchase of the house, for renovation, or we can give you a mortgage to go and do other things, but you stay to the title.
Yeah, so it's a bit of an exchange. Give me now, pay later, but give me some bit of, give me something to show me that you'll give me back the money.
Just to the comfort that you pay, we also want something small.
Okay.
Mortgage.
Okay, so what I have seen in time is that Universal Multipurpose Enterprises sells off-plan. It sells condominium apartments. Universal Multipurpose Enterprises currently right now serves over 3,500 people. It is giving houses to those people. And most of these clients have bought off-plan. They have bought when there is just foundation on the site. And we have had these people come and say, oh no, I actually want to take a mortgage. How does the bank deal with that? Are you able to give mortgages to people who do not have what to show, for it? Like there is nothing on site, but then they want to take a mortgage from the bank.
Actually, as a bank, that's what we do most. We have very many financing options, and specifically for condominiums, it falls under the home loans. We have a purchase product. This is where the bank comes in to help you finance and acquire property from the different developers, including Universal Multipurpose. So yes, it's possible. We finance you off plan. We can give you a mortgage. It's the customer that decides when we want to pay Universal. When they are comfortable that the apartment is ready, we can give a certain percentage at the beginning of plan. Then when the property has reached a certain stage of construction and the customer is satisfied with the product, then we release the balance to the customer. So we have very many financing options, not only for those who are purchasing condominiums, but even those who are purchasing any other property, or those who are constructing any other property. And we don't stop only on home loans, we also do for commercial properties, including schools, including hospitals, but specifically for today, our concept
condominium apartments.
Condominium apartments. Yes, we do, and we offer some financing at the beginning, and at the end, we give a certain percentage when you're still putting up the apartments. Then we release the balance when the apartments are complete.
Okay, so now before I get into the other kinds of financing options that Housing Finance Bank offers, let's go into detail about the process that goes into a person who is trying to get a mortgage with Housing Finance on an off-plan project. So I come to you and I say I want a mortgage for the apartment that I'm buying. Give us details in terms of numbers, in terms of statistics. If I'm buying an apartment, say a one-bedroom apartment of over 90 million or 100 million, this is affordable housing, this is low-cost housing, and I'm coming to you and telling you I need mortgage. Are you going to give me 100% mortgage? How is the process? What's the process like that goes into getting a mortgage from Housing Finance?
Thank you, Patience. The process is quite simple. Once you approach us as a customer who wants to buy a condominium off plan, alternatively, we may approach you, then we discuss the requirements of obtaining a mortgage. Once we discuss the requirements, you put the requirements together, and then you bring them back to us for assessment.
I see you have a smile on your face. But before we get to the complete detail of that, I want us to first take a break and tell you guys more about the Christmas bonanza that we have here at Universal Multipurpose Enterprises. We are going to be giving out vouchers in this show, so please get ready. But right now, let's move into a break. We shall be right back. Please do keep tuned. very short break. It was very short indeed. And just like I said, we are giving out vouchers today for a few questions that I'm going to give out to your clients. And when you win, you're going to go out with 100,000 shopping voucher. Think of how beautiful that is on early Christmas bonanza. But before we left for this break, I was speaking with Joel and I was asking him to please explain to us in detail, if I were to purchase a 90 million one-bedroom apartment, say in Nadia Estates, and I'm coming to Housing Finance Bank for a mortgage, for an off-plan project, how would I go about it, and how would Housing Finance help me to get this mortgage?
Patience, as I was explaining, once you approach us at the bank, we give you the requirements. In mind is that you've already identified the apartment or the developer you want to deal with. We have a range of developers, including Universal. So once you're comfortable with the unit you want to purchase and the price, we give you the requirements for obtaining a mortgage.
Okay.
And in these requirements, they include the details of the property you're going to purchase, details of your income, for us to be comfortable on how we are going to service the mortgage.
Okay. And again, we are Universal Multipurpose Enterprises. It's a way, it communicates to the public that if your annual income is 3 million and above, you can be able to purchase the products of Universal Multipurpose Enterprises. So I'm coming to you with a 3 million monthly income, and I want a mortgage. Is that in between the amount of money that Housing Finance Bank would be able to work with to get me that mortgage?
What we do as a bank, we try to make sure that the mortgage is much affordable.
Okay.
So what we do, we ensure that the installment you're paying to the bank doesn't exceed 35% of your gross income. So 35% of your gross income. We understand that you, as a human being, you have other obligations. Probably you're paying school fees, probably you have to pay bills. So we leave the rest to cover the other part. And as a bank, we ensure that we don't exceed 35% of your gross income to make this loan very affordable to our customer. So once we are comfortable with the income and you've provided all the requirements, we value the security. And for purchase cases, especially the developers, we finance up to 80% of the value of the property. That means the customer has to only deposit 20%.
20%, which I imagine in this instance, maybe the customer maybe doesn't have money. Is there a way that can be pushed to a later stage? Or is that a requirement that comes in first time when I'm looking for this mortgage?
Yeah, in our discussion, if you don't have the down payment, which is the 20%, we have other alternatives on how we can bridge the gap. One is if you have an additional security, you can give us that additional security as part of the condominium apartment you're buying. Then we can cover 100% of the value of the property. Alternatively, we have a CRI cover where we partner with an insurance company that comforts us, and we finance 100% of the property. Then you pay a small premium as the customer to the insurance company, but we ensure at the end of the day that you occupy the property that you're purchasing. Alternatively, if you're financially squeezed, we give you the money and give you a grace period of up to 6 months without you paying anything to the bank, so that we can enable you settle in your apartment. You know, once you enter an apartment, there are many things to do. You have maybe to put curtains, you have to buy furniture. So we give you that break as a bank, and we understand that you have to first settle in. So we give you enough room and try to make it as easy as possible for you to settle in your apartment.
Now all that is very detailed, and it has actually also taught me, it has taught me a few lessons. But there are some bit of more questions that I would want to come back to that same question and ask you much later.
Okay.
But I understand that Housing Finance Bank doesn't only give home loans. You do other finance. You have other financing options. Would you tell us what those financing options are?
Yeah, apart from home loans where you're purchasing a property, as a bank, we also enable our customers do quite a range of things. One of them is construction. You may have your plot of land, and probably you feel like a condominium is small for you. You want to build a big house on your plot of land. As a bank, we enable you construct on that plot of land. We give you finances to construct to completion. Alternatively, you may have your property, you already bought condominium, but you want to start up a business for you, you're not interested in buying another property. So we release the equity that is in that property. We give you money out of the condominium or any other property to go and do other things, probably start up a business or any other thing that you may need to do. We also finance commercial properties for construction and purchase. You may want to build a school or renovate or expand. You may want to put up a shop, or you may want to build a hospital. We do all that funding for purchase and construction. Alternatively, we are used to home loans, which are really for an individual unit. We also finance people who are doing many units, like developers yourselves. If you want financing from us and you want to put up very many units of which we are doing, we enable you construct and finance. Yeah. But alternative, there is someone who may want to buy like a whole block from Universal. We also have that financing option where someone can come and book the whole project. We can finance them if they have the capacity to pay that mortgage.
At a certain cost, definitely. So we'll not get into that right now. We are trying to get into, for this affordable, housing goer, the one who is going for an affordable house. They are trying to purchase this unit. You talked about requirements. Please go through each of those requirements specifically and detailed, so we can get to know if I'm going to housing finance for a mortgage, this is what I need to take, this is what I need to have.
Yeah, the basic requirements before you obtain a mortgage. One, we may talk about the property. So you need to have details of the property. One is the copy of title. For condominium specifically, we need to know that you have an approved plan for the condominium. Then you have a sale agreement or sale offer from the person who is selling to you the condominium. That is about the property. Then about you as a person buying, we need to know about your income. We need to know, will you be able to pay this mortgage? So we look at details of your income. If you're a salary earner, we may look at your pay slips. We look at your bank statement where you receive your salary from. We look at your employment letter. If you're a business person, we look at if the business is registered. We look at the registration details, like a certificate of incorporation and the memorandums. Or if you are doing business in your names, we look at your bank statement. We look at the registration details and trading licenses. So we cut across everyone depending on what you do. All we need to know is, do you have verifiable income, documented income? Then the rest we shall work it out and ensure that we process the mortgage.
So like I said before, when the set was beginning, we talked about housing deficit. We know Kampala right now has a housing deficit of over 300,000 units in housing deficit. With a population of 75% of the population of Kampala is the youth. The youth right now have not worked for 10 years. They have not worked for 20 years. And there's this theory that by the time you get a loan, oh no, you need to have worked for 30 years, you need to have worked for 20 years. Oh, is that theory right? When I come to housing finance and I'm just 28 years old and I want a bank loan, are you able to help me with this mortgage, or are you going to ask me to have worked for 20 years?
Really, it's not about how long you've worked. Like I've already said in the requirements, we need to know as a bank that you comfortably pay the mortgage. So as long as you have income that is verified, for us as a bank, we are ready to serve you and give you a mortgage as long as you have identified the property you want to purchase and you're comfortable with it. So it's about the income and the ability to pay the mortgage, not the age or how long you've worked.
The age or how long you've worked.
True.
But definitely the gross income matters and all that matters. But would you say that on average, people who earn on average 3 million a month would be able to qualify for a mortgage? Would you say, because we're trying to get to, people who want these affordable houses, people who want to pay a 90 million house, and probably they are depending on the salary income. So would you say your experience as a manager of mortgages and housing finance say that even these people are capable and they are able to get these mortgages from the bank?
What I can say is that everyone who has gainful and ascertainable income can obtain a mortgage from a bank, because our mortgages go as low as 5 million shillings. So anyone who is able to show us that they earn income, because different people have different abilities and different tests. Someone may qualify for a loan of 20 million, and we've given out these mortgages, and other people qualify and have tests of big properties. But for us as a bank, we finance everyone as long as it's within your limits and you're comfortable with the installment. That's why we have our products like incremental housing, where we target people who want to either purchase or build incremental. You may not have all the money at once, but we take you through the stages, and at the end of the day, you have your home.
Well, thank you so much, Joel. You've had it from Joel Matsiko, the acting senior manager of mortgages at Housing Finance Bank, telling us that anyone can actually be able to get this mortgages. So it's not about a fear of how will I pay back the money or how will I pay back this loan. Anyone can be able to get these mortgages. You, the youth out there who is planning on buying a 90 million one-bedroom apartment in Nadia and your salary is about 3 million, you can also be able to afford a mortgage. Now, before the show started, I was telling you more about how we are preparing for Christmas. Christmas is just a few days away, and Universal Purpose Enterprises figured that, you know what, why don't we let our Santa come so early? So our Santa has come early, and we have a Christmas bonanza. We are giving away prizes, we are giving away t-shirts, we are giving away lunch. These days you have someone tell you, take me for lunch, give me some lunch money. So Universal Affordable Housing wants to give you that lunch voucher for two, for you and your partner, you and your friend, after you answer some of these few questions. Now the first question, get ready. I see some of you watching, and Keisha, Becky, thank you for watching, I see you. Princess Sherima, thank you for watching, I see you too. And Teresa Priva, you are doing so well. Baby Annette, thank you for watching. At Aquasta Priva, Scott David Muyomba, you guys are very, thank you for being with us here on the set. And I hope that you can share this link to your various groups and to your various friends and be able to get them on board for this 100,000 shopping voucher. Now the first question is, get ready. The first question is, what is the website of Universal Multipurpose Enterprises, aka Affordable Housing Uganda? What is the website of Universal Multipurpose Enterprises, also known as Affordable Housing Uganda? Please answer this question. I shall receive your questions in the comment section. You can just put your answers in the comment section. Not questions, but answers. Answers in the comment section, and I will get them there, and I will choose. If you answer rightly, you'll be able to get this 100,000 shopping voucher. So please join the conversation and let's get going. We are going in for a short break. Prepare your answers, put them in the comment section, and when we come back, we shall continue with the conversation with Joel Matsiko about home loans, about mortgage financing, and how you can leverage the bank to actually acquire and secure a real estate investment. Keep with us.
Worry not! Affordable housing has the answer to this with the African Property Award-winning project Hilltop Residency Kololo. Right in the heart of the city at only 325 million, it comes with a ready condominium title, swimming pool, children's play area, clubhouse, breathtaking views of the city, 24-hour lift service. For more information, contact Universal Affordable Housing on 0757 878 443 or 0776 015 352. Visit our
Well, welcome back from that very short break. We are still here at Affordable Housing Uganda. You are watching us on the Facebook live stream, Affordable Housing Uganda. My name is Patience and I am with Joel Matsiko, Acting Senior Manager of Mortgages at Housing Finance Bank. We are in a conversation about how you can leverage the bank to be able to acquire some finances and secure a real estate investment. Before the break, I talked about how we are giving out vouchers, how we are giving out a Christmas come early gifts, and not just a gift, but gifts, prizes and more, lunch vouchers, stock of shopping vouchers of 100,000. And I asked a very simple question, and that was, what is the website of Universal Multipurpose Enterprises? I see the answers are coming in. Most of you are watching. Thank you so much. I shall read to you the winners later after the show. But the conversation is going on, and we are still continuing with mortgages and housing and finance mortgaging. So Joel, welcome back from that break.
Thank you.
So the other, you were talking about the process that goes into acquiring a mortgage for a person who wants to acquire an affordable house. But before one actually thinks about acquiring an affordable house, what are the factors that goes into one's decision of choosing an affordable house?
Thank you, Patience. You know, very many people have different tastes and preferences. But I think there are some things that stand out before you choose a property or a condominium. And for me, one thing that stands out is location as the first thing. I think it's better you choose your location very right, depending on what you do, depending on probably where your kids go to school, depending on the amenities that are around, depending on the infrastructure that is around the condominium. So I think location is key, and location also makes the property appreciate faster. You know, a property that is located in a good place will appreciate much faster.
So before you continue, when it comes to mortgages and when it comes to giving out this home loan, does the bank also take in the fact of location when it's giving out a home loan to a person? You know, deciding on how much time the property is going to take to appreciate. Is that a factor that the bank also considers?
Yes, because the location is already factored in the valuation. Okay. So if the property is located in a good place, automatically the values would be higher, and it will enable you get higher amounts from the bank.
Okay.
Yes. But apart from the location, probably you need to know the person you're buying from. You need to know the developer. There are very many fake properties on the market. At the end of the day, you find a well-finished property, but you don't know what's inside. So you need to do your due diligence very well about the developer, the number of projects they have done, how they are doing. So it will enable you know that, yes, I'm dealing with the right developer who puts up quality products or units on the apartment. So that's why we also choose the people we deal with, like Universal, because they have stood the test of time and they have put some projects that we really appreciate. But on another personal basis, you need to look at probably the condominium size, if it fits within what you want, the quality of finishes in the condominium. But you also look at the other amenities, probably the swimming pool, the children playing area around the condominiums. So there are very many things you look at before you can make a decision as a person to buy a condominium. But like I've told you, different people have different tastes and they have to fall within what you can manage to pay.
Now, I'm so glad you talked about all of those factors, because the other week, as you might remember, I we have been visiting the sites of Universal Multipurpose Enterprises, and the things that I saw, the location that you're talking about right now, the amenities you're talking about right now, the space of the condominiums, all of that I saw at Universal Multipurpose Enterprises.
Glad as a bank, that's why we also choose to partner with you.
Yeah.
Because we've seen this. We want our customers to get the best and the value for their money, really. That's why we partner with people who have been in the market and they know what they are doing in the market.
Okay. So kudos to Universal Multipurpose Enterprises. Now, moving on, why would a client choose to take a loan from Housing Finance Bank? Do you also give Christmas bonanzas like I'm about to give here on the show?
Yes.
Or why do I need to choose your bank for a mortgage?
We have very many things that we give out, but firstly, maybe I would say, why would you even take a mortgage? One, we make it very affordable. As a person, you may not have the money in a lump sum to buy a property. If I told you, Patience, give me 100 million there, I go and buy a condominium at Universal, it would be hard for you. But as a bank, we make it very easy by bridging the gap, providing financing for you to be able to acquire the apartment and stay in it immediately. So that's one reason you should take a mortgage, because we make it very affordable. The second thing, it's like a forced saving. If I tell you to accumulate, like you save 100,000 and you make 100 million at the end of 10 years, you may fail to do it. In the middle there, you will get a
Like,
problem and you...
Come on, let me put it here.
And
I'll start again.
But when you have a mortgage, you're forced to pay every month. So at the end of the 10 years, you have your apartment free of any encumbrance and you've paid off the mortgage.
Yeah.
So we've enabled you own the property, something you wouldn't do by paying slowly. Okay. So that's why you should take a mortgage from us. But alternatively, we offer up to 80% of the value of the property. That's a good thing. We offer flexible terms. We give you up to 20 years of repayment from our bank. I told you also cover 100% financing in case you don't have the down payment. We offer competitive rates. Our rates are the best on the market.
Would you mind to give us the rates in terms of numbers?
No, they differ from one customer to another.
Okay.
So, but if you do your market intelligence, you'll find out that we offer the best rates on the market. And our mortgages are on reducing balance. That means each installment you pay, the next time you make a payment, it's calculated on a balance that has reduced by the installment that you paid. So I think we are the best in the market, and when you're looking for a bank to obtain a mortgage from, I think Housing Finance is the only place.
Wow. Now, guys, the time is here. The time is here, and we have our winners. We have our winners for the 100,000 shopping voucher. I'm going to read them to you. But that will be after the break. Please do not go anywhere. You're winners. You're here. If you've answered the question, what is the website of Universal Multipurpose Enterprises? Your gift is here. Your 100,000 shopping voucher has arrived, but that comes after the break. See you again. Do not go anywhere.
Worry not! Affordable housing has the answer to this with the African Property Award-winning project Hilltop Residency Kololo, right in the heart of the city at only 325 million. It comes with a ready condominium title, swimming pool, children's play area, clubhouse, breathtaking views of the city, 24-hour lift service. For more information, contact Universal Affordable Housing on 0757 878 443 or 0776 014.
So welcome back from that break. We are winding up this set. Well, like I said before the break, we have our winners. We have our winners, but before that, I am going to be announcing the winners later. But we had one more last question, and that is, what is the Instagram page of Universal Multipurpose Enterprises? What is the Instagram page of Universal Multipurpose Enterprises is your second shot at winning yourself a 100,000 shopping voucher. Now, Joel, we are concluding this set, but if things go well, right, and one thing goes wrong in all of this process of trying to get a mortgage from Housing Finance Bank, what then happens? What happens if things do not go as planned? As you've explained to us, the process, something in the middle doesn't go well and the money isn't paid in 20 years, then what happens?
Thank you. As a bank, we understand that life is not a straight line. These mortgages are for 20 years, and along the way, something may happen. Probably you may lose your job, or as we have seen, COVID came in, yes. No one had planned for it. So as a bank, we have packages. One, we can choose to, you come to us in case you face any difficulty in payment, please communicate to the bank. We can restructure your facility and give you payment terms that fall within the current.
What do you mean restructure your facility?
I mean, like we have seen for some people who have been earning a certain amount of money, it was reduced. So you come to the bank and inform us that my salary has been reduced due to COVID because I've not been working. What we'll do, also give you an installment that falls within the current salary. That means we are changing the original terms of the loan. So that's what we mean as restructuring. Alternatively, we can give you a payment holiday, where we say for the next 6 months, please don't pay as you try to re-strategize and ensure that you go back on your feet. And this allows you time and room to reorganize yourself and begin paying your mortgage. So we also understand as a bank, and we have different solutions when you get challenges, depending on the challenge
you are flexible.
Yes.
Last week when I was with the Universal Multipurpose people, they also said they are flexible.
Yes,
Universal Affordable Housing is flexible. So Housing Finance Bank
we
is
are
flexible.
very flexible, so and we make it
everyone
easy.
Is flexible.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Joel, for being with us on the set. Do you have any last words, any conclusions you'd like to pass on to the clients of Housing Finance Bank, to the developers who give you clients, and anyone else out there?
Yes, thank you very much for this opportunity. I would like to thank all our customers for banking with us and encourage those who haven't that please don't miss out. Come to Housing Finance Bank. We have a lot, and we would like to thank Universal for partnering with us. We all gain from this relationship, and we expect to get much more from our relationship. Thank you very much. But in case you have any inquiries that you want to make, please visit any of our branches in Kampala and upcountry, or you can contact us on 0417 803 000, or you can like us on our social media pages. That is Housing Finance Bank. That is Facebook or Twitter. Our handle is at Housing Finance Bank U. Or you can also WhatsApp us on 0790 542 262. Thank you very much, and I wish you a very good afternoon.
Well, thank you so much, Joel. I would have put my hand to shake you, but there is COVID around here, and it's getting serious, so I'm not going to shake your hand. Well, the show is coming to an end, but before it comes to an end, we have people that have won. Well, we have come to the end of the show. Thank you guys for watching. Today has been a lively one. Thanks to Joel Matsiko of Housing Finance Bank, and thanks to me as well. But especially thanks to you guys for joining us and for watching here on our Facebook live stream at Affordable Housing Uganda. Now, before the show started, I said that I would be giving out 100,000 shopping vouchers. And this is not just a one-time thing, remember. You are going to be getting this every Tuesday and every Friday. Fridays at 3:30 p.m. we have something that goes on Sanyu FM at 88.2, a conversation about affordable housing. There also you'll be getting a few questions that will also earn you this 100,000 shopping voucher. We are preparing for Christmas. Affordable Housing Uganda Christmas is coming early, and please be a part of this win. You don't want to go home without some money. So the show, when we're doing the show, we had a few questions. What is the Instagram page of Affordable Housing Uganda? And also, what is the website of Affordable Housing Uganda? These are very simple questions. The questions will get harder in time. But for now, it is the beginning of a new month, the beginning of December, and we want to make things come easy for you. So the winners of today, get ready. If you know you answered the question, you are going to win yourself a shopping voucher. We shall contact you and give you details of how you can pick this shopping voucher. Now, the time is here. The winners, we have Nakawala Suzy. You've won yourself a 100,000 shopping voucher. Congratulations. Thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting Affordable Housing Uganda and for knowing simple things like website and Instagram of Affordable Housing Uganda. The second winner is Princess Cherima. Princess Cherima, congratulations upon winning yourself a 100,000 shopping voucher. The third person is Scotland David Muyomba. Scotland David Muyomba, you are our third winner here for thank you for winning yourself a 100,000 shopping voucher. And the last person who won the question that had to do with the Instagram page of Universal Affordable Housing is Elvis CMGFK. Those are very many initials. It's like WXYZ. But this one is called Elvis CMGFK. You are the fourth winner that has won yourself a 100,000 shopping voucher. Guys, please get encouraged. Know more about affordable housing. Know more about how you can cut down on the housing deficit. And you can only do this if you are part of Universal Multipurpose Enterprises. My name is Patience. Thank you for being with us today. We shall meet again next Tuesday at around this same time with something more interesting, and the gifts keep coming and coming. I shall see you again next week. Take care for now.